sunlight on his captured it low. Got some egos in a bottle, swipe from a bar down the road. They hold up in this Airbnb, a shack with Salt Street walls. Fire pits barely glowing, solo cups where the ash fall. Ant's voice is soft, too quiet, watching Jim by the flame. Eyes hold the truth, he won't speak, scared to give it a name. No escape from this coast, just the waves and the grind. White trash Riviera where they're losing their damn minds. Casamigos, me and two freak hoes, I hit them both like free throws, hiding what they know. Pour it down, let it flow. White trash Riviera where the truth don't show. Casamigos, me and two freak hoes, I hit them both like free throws, but nobody really knows. Bottles crack, here we go. White trash Riviera stuck in the undertow. Jim Subaru's got sand grinding gears to a halt, parked outside the Airbnb where the deck.
Is the same playing with the boys. Staying playing with two boys, playing with the boys, playing with a boy. I'm playing with a boy. Good luck hearing any other podcaster ever with that kind of voice. And I just dribble all over myself. Unbelievable what's happening out here. 2026. My co-host is still dead. My friends are all gay. Every other podcast sucks and talks about the same thing 7 days a week. And I'm still right freaking here, YouTube, and everybody else. Sorry, I'm not going away. My co-host died for the sins of how terrible all these other podcasts are, and I'll be damned if I stop now, although I will be stopped once his podcasts, once his passwords expire and I have no way to log back into anything. Oh, we're coming back strong from this week. The last show, it's been a while. The last show, if you'll remember, I didn't have my computer charger. So I had to do a race against the clock, which that in itself was revolutionary podcasting more than any of these other losers could ever think of doing. And then the week before that, I was sick as a dog, if you remember, with the great neurovirus of 2025-26. So this is the first real show we've done in about 3 weeks. And basically in this whole shit verse, MLC shit, dabble shit, suck verse, this is the first real show you were seeing in about 3 weeks. So it's unbelievable what's happening out here. Happy 2026. This is Sports Mask Collective, episode 142. We're going to live on. What's the speech from Independence Day? I recite it every July 4th show, so you'll have to wait about 7 months for that. Happy bicentennial year. It's all about America. Unbelievable what's happening this year, folks. We got plenty of time to talk about that in shows of future past. Today, we have a lot of sports to actually cover because I, as real podcast hosts I do a show once a week because I actually like putting out quality content all in an hour to an hour and a half rather than drivel 6 to 7 days a week every night because I have no life. I have a life. That's why I do these shows during the day. I have a life outside of this. I don't know. I mean, anybody who does any of these podcasters, I mean, they're inherently losers, right? Think about it. And I know my Stancilites will agree. If you're watching this, you're an alpha, Sigma Alpha. We roll solo dolo. But I mean, anyone who can podcast, 4 to 6 to 7 days a week is inherently a loser. You know what I mean? There's simply no way. I'm sorry. There's simply no way around it. To sit in front of a computer for 3 hours a day, 6 days a week, you definitely have nothing to talk about. Hence what these people are talking about now, which is literally nothing. And you're a loser. I leave my house. I'm hanging out with multiple women ages 21 through 72. I'm making money out in the streets doing a real job instead of just trying to grift as much as I can off of my fine viewers. That said, donate to the realest motherfucker in podcasting because I only do this once a week. It's a new year. Who's going to have the first super chat of the new year? That's what a grifter losers, all these other losers would probably start talking about. But I'm just going to say that up top. I'll probably say it a lot more times. Let's be honest. But you get what I'm saying? If you do a show multiple hours a day, 4 to 6 days a week in the afternoons and evenings, you have no life. Period. Stop. Moving on. There's no discussion there. There's no rebuttal. That's just fact. Anywho, that's why the alphas watch a show like this, an actual all-American athlete who has achieved things in the real world and the sports world that most of these people couldn't have dreamed. And I still have enough talent in my pinky finger to do this show just for shits and giggles. Shits and giggles of shit. The new year of 2026. I just made that up just now. You see? Anywho, moving along. If you're not super chatting, only super chats are going to get read probably. I'm going to be honest. It's a new year. Send money to a real show. There you go. And we're off. Jesse McAllister, Jesse James, 2546. Starting the mark it down. I actually really might mark that down. First super chat of the year. Shout out Jesse James donating to the realest nigga in podcasting. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, Jesse. Getting the ball rolling. That's how we do it. Yeah. So here we go. And we're off. Yes, exactly. I do this once a week. Yeah, exactly. I mean, Jesse James pretty much nailed it. Dude, how about the Frank and Jesse James, Warren Zevon? Great song. Keep on riding. Frank and Jesse James. Keep on riding. Across the rivers and the flames. Keep on riding. Frank and Jesse James. Look it up. I just nailed it again. Unbelievable. And again, I'd like to reiterate, I don't even do this. These people do this for a living and they all stink. It's pretty embarrassing for them. When I show up, no offense. I mean, you name them. I don't have to name them. You can name them. And there's many of them. There's too many of them, frankly. Anywho, we got a lot of sports to get to, folks. Like I said, 3 weeks ago, I was on death's door. Last week, I was running out of time. I had to do the picks in a record-setting podcast, the Race Against the Clock last week, which if you didn't see it, you're going to want to dial it up after this. An unbelievable piece of broadcasting history last week. But we have a lot of sports. We have to go around the league. We're into week 18, folks. This is it. This week for the next, really through the NFC champion, I should just say conference championship games. These are the best 3 weeks of football of the year. I've talked about this before. I think I'd mentioned this every year, but the reality is once the conference championship games are over, that's really the end of the NFL season as we know it. We have the circus of a week off, between that and the Super Bowl. And the Super Bowl is really unlike any other game. It's really bizarre. It's almost not a real game. So again, I'll finish the show with what you have to do to your friends, wives, and families. You know what's coming if you watch the show. But these are the weeks you want to settle in. I think I only had one or two, and I'm not exaggerating. I think I only had one or two other Sundays of this season where I was totally free. I always had a lunch, or had to go pipe down abroad, or had to work a real job. So I'm looking forward to this Sunday. I am totally off. I plan on getting absurdly high, melting into a chair, putting something in the slow cooker, sucking my own cock, and watching a lot of football. So we'll get to the football. A couple non-sports things. That's what I started to say before Jesse James took the words out of my mouth here. If you want something read, super chat it, especially since the fact that I'm the last real podcaster around. Everyone else just does gay stuff. I can't guarantee the poor people chat will be read with all I have to get to, as well as maybe if you're a member, I'll look for member chats. And I'm going to, I know I said it. Well, I was sick 2 weeks ago. Last week I whatever, and it was the holidays. The Patreon is coming back strong in 2026, and that's not just lip service. So patreon.com/skimaskmedia, $3 measly fucking dollars. And you get a lot. I even as recently as a few weeks ago, I did post something. I then did the Soccer Ball Stories is the real juicy show that's only on the Patreon. That's where I tell tales from a certain soccer ball comedy club that will not be public, and I will name names. I'm going to even try to do one today. I may run out of time, but the Patreon is coming. So and again, it's only $3 a month, right, guys? And if you want to donate more, do it. But so I appreciate you, you fine patrons, continuing to hold the line. It's coming. Don't worry. Blah, blah, blah. Now, a couple non-sports things real quick, just because I'm not doing an SMC this week. I got absolutely hammered the day before New Year's like a real man. Barely remember it. Apparently, it was thrown out of the best bar in America. I tried to get a drug dealer arrested. I don't remember any of it. So listen, Stancil still gets out there and gets into it. He's digging ditches for himself. But again, I leave my house. You know the motto, folks. Leave your house, and I'm still beating the drum of leaving your house, unlike all these other losers who would rather stay in and let me see if I can get more money out of one Furious F. Yeah. Oh, is Gustav around to throw me another $50? Oh, what did you say? You know, so at least you're watching a real show for once. You'll notice there's no gay graphics. There's no extremely gay graphics. You'll notice there's not 7 boxes of people nobody cares, of nobodies. I'm not watching somebody else's show in a box over here and commenting on it. I'm not sniping someone else's live show, because that's all gay. I mean, that's all, again, that's when you have no talent. That's a crutch. Even guests to a level are a crutch, even though I did send the link to the regulars, the Caller, Heck Jokerson, and Aunt Mead. But again, I don't care. I literally sent it out 5 minutes before I started and said, jump on if you want. I don't care. I can carry a show on my own, unlike all these other people's, a lot of them comics who actually do comedy for a living. It's really pathetic that they need a crutch like guests and stream sniping and video watching and graphics. It's really sad. Anywho, you fucking cocksucker. Here you go. Here you fucking go. And also, I always take this week and a half off from the gym. Not totally. I go in and do some light cardio and some, body weight workouts, but I haven't even been in the gym this whole week. I haven't even been in the gym. I did a little cardio 2 days ago. I think I'm going to go tomorrow, but you gotta let your body rest, folks. It's unbelievable. But yet still. Yeah. And I apologize to all the lady viewers. It's fucking freezing here in the tri-state area. So I have my tank top over there, but it's frankly just too cold. There's plenty of months I'll have my shirt off. Don't worry, as always. Thank you again, Jesse James. Somebody else send more money because this is a real fucking show. But my point is, honestly, I don't like going this weekend specifically because this is when all the mongoloids head into the gyms, obviously. So I guess I'll go tomorrow before going around the soccer ball clubs just to maintain. And then I'll be back in there Sunday, Monday, and forever because that's what you do. That's what you do. That's how you look like this. That's how you maintain. That's how you gain and maintain. I like to gain and maintain my erections. I think my penis has gotten bigger, by the way. Anywho, a couple non-podcast things. I talked about how I got hammered and went nuts on Tuesday night. I didn't even really see this because I've barely been on Twitter the last couple days because again, hashtag real job, hashtag real life, hashtag leave your house, hashtag don't care, hashtag losers. But I only heard it on the Tuesdays with Stories bonus. I guess Lemaire, I guess there's a Austin NYC beef has happened over the last couple days on Twitter. Yeah, obviously Team NYC goes without saying. We've talked about this ad nauseum in the past, but yes, just to reiterate, there's New York City, there's Boston, there's LA, and I'll even give Chicago. Everything else is just not on the same level. I mean, really, there's not much other New York. You can do on a regular night. I've seen it. And I'm not even exaggerating. A regular night for these book comics is 3, 4, 5 spots at different clubs. Sometimes like 2 at one club, a couple at the other. Unless you're going to go to like a bar room in Austin, or like the upstairs at a restaurant in Austin, you're not doing 5 spots. Unless you start doing spots at like 1 o'clock at the mothership or something dumb. So that alone, and secondarily, let's be honest, Austin is not even a real city. It's 2 blocks of a downtown, and then that's it. And I like Lemaire. I never liked it. Sean Gardini. I never liked this Ari Mahdi. My point is these guys, and I know it's hack to say, but as somebody I actually work at soccer ball stores, unlike all these other losers who just talk about shit. Again, real job, real life. I'm telling you, these guys wouldn't get regular spots, if even be passed at most of the big New York comedy clubs. Basically, there's the holy trinity of New York comedy clubs: the Cellar, the Stand, and New York Comedy Club. Those are the big 3, and then there's a second tier. The Broadways, the West Sides. I hate to. I'm sorry, but I can't even put the Rodney's. Rodney's is kind of sucks now, but so on. But even Rodney's is more of a real club, at least a comedy club, than you're going to get in Austin. And so, but just spare me. My point is, these guys are lost if they think. Let's be honest. The only reason. Oh, here we go again. Adobe Acrobat. I don't want to update Adobe Acrobat. Every time I turn on this computer, how many years have I not updated Adobe Acrobat? Speaking of this computer, what is this? Speaking of this computer, I see Vinny Cash gallivanting down in wherever the hell he went, down in Park City, Utah, with Cabana King, and I'm still waiting on a new computer. Vinny, how about a little something for me? I can't afford. Hey, like, oh, why don't you go out there? I can't afford to go to fucking Utah or Texas. I got a real job to keep. I need a computer. This mic, you just sent me the shitty mic. Fuck this. Just an ungrateful bastard. Yes. Why is Safari opening now? I quit. Good God. Fuck this. I need a new computer. I'm not spending my money on it because I don't fucking care, because I'm a real Anywho. Ooh, I might on the Patreon. I'll say on the Patreon who's coming to the club tonight. One of Kevin Brennan's arch nemesis. I might even send Kevin a picture, but that's not for the poors. You got to pay for that. All right, let's talk about sports. The Mets still no moves. The great, you know what, David Stern's master plan. Still no plan. You've gotten rid of all the whites and the people who have fueled our team last year. And once for the billionth time, the reason we collapsed was because we had no pitching, which we've still yet to get. And now we have no hitting either. We just have Lindor and Soto. By the way, did you see, friends, this is sports related. Did you see Francisco Lindor's wife is on Mom Dami's like cabinet or some shit, or like the head of his social media? I'll leave it at that. Hashtag Mom Damistan. Hey, I'm in the city again. I leave, unlike all these other losers, I leave my house. I'm in New York City 3 or 4 days a week, so I'll be reporting live. I can't do it from my phone anymore because I'm not logged in because an immigrant stole my phone at the end of the summer, and I just can't. I don't know Ski's password, so I can't get back in. So that's why I'm sorry. I wish I could. That's why I haven't done more man on the street stuff. You know how much I love doing that. But I'm not logged in on my phone anymore. Blame the immigrants. Sorry, that's just a fact. An immigrant stole my phone. An immigrant DoorDash driver stole my phone. Even more reason to donate. An immigrant DoorDash driver stole my phone and has not returned it. Anyhow, so I'll be reporting, but I will come back to you and report the scenes of Mom Damistan in the coming weeks. But it's not good. If you'll remember, a few weeks ago, I was pushed by a bum who I almost literally killed. I might be going to jail this year. I hope not. But I literally might be going to jail this year. All right. Before we get into full sports, just a last reminder. I don't really read poor people chats. If you want something read, super chat it, even if it's just a couple bucks, and support a real program that only broadcasts once a week and not 57 times a week for 90 hours. So, again, the only All-American in all of sports, the Socrates of sport, the Aristotle of athletics, the Nostradamus of national pastime, Jim Stancil-Stradamus is here for you and your sports queries, but you just got to throw a couple bucks behind it, or Venmo, or PayPal, even better, just like the great Stu Cluster. Anyhow, is this the worst Jets team of all time? I am a lifelong Jets fan of 40 years, and I can't say it's not. I'm not going to waste any more time on this. We'll do a big, maybe next week or maybe after the playoffs even. I'll do a full Jets postmortem of this absolute train wreck of a season. But I'm not going to waste time right now. There's too many more important things to get to, but I'm just putting that on your plate to mull over in the meantime. This could be, which again is saying a lot, just like the Mets collapse last year may have been the worst in history, which is saying a lot for the Mets. This may be the worst Jets team in history, which is saying a lot for the Jets. So we'll talk more about that in coming weeks, or like I said, I'll do a full postmortem when after the season, because we have actual good real teams to talk about. So here we go. Let's get into real teams that actually have futures, and let's set everyone up for this wonderful weekend. We have 2 games tomorrow. We got a full slate Saturday. No more Thursday games. No more Monday games. We got Saturday, Sunday games, big time. For the next 3 weeks, folks. So buckle the fuck up. This is prime time, and it'll be over before you know it, frankly. All right, so we got we basically have 3 divisions up for grabs this weekend. Those are the big games. So really, as much parity as we've had this season, and this is one of the most wide open playoffs I can remember we've seen in a while as far as favorite. Chiefs obviously out, and the Ravens could be out, and that would open it wide open. And not to get ahead of myself, but boy, if you're the Bills, you got to be licking your chops. If you're the Bills and Josh Allen, the Chiefs are finally out of the way. There's a 50-50 shot the Ravens are out of the way. And the Bills, if you're the Bills, If this is your time, boy, let me tell you. And the AFC especially is absolutely wide open. Any team in the AFC can make the Super Bowl as far as I'm concerned. In the NFC, you know me, if you watch the show, I think the Rams, despite they've had a rough couple weeks, frankly, but I think pound for pound, the Rams are still the class of the NFC. And then it goes down to the second tier. And I know they're not even going to win their division probably. But I just think pound for pound, talent-wise, from coaching to offense to defense, I think the Rams are the class of the NFC. I think they're still my Super Bowl favorite if you want to do an early bet, folks. And I think you're going to get better odds on them because they've had a rough last couple weeks. Real quick, a fun stat, which is classic Jets. I saw this week. Sauce Gardner is the only NFL player to go 1-7 for two teams in 1 year. He went 1-7 with the Jets, then got traded to the Colts and went 1-7 with the Colts. I mean, only the Jets. It's unbelievable. It never ends. It really never ends, folks. All right, so 3 divisions. Sunday night, we got obviously that's the one you're going to circle. That's the one we're all going to crowd around and tell our wife to shut the fuck up. On Sunday evening at 8:20, we got the beautiful, which always is a fun matchup. Any of the AFC North matchups are fun. And now we have a winner take all and loser go home for the AFC North Sunday night, prime time, New Year's Eve weekend. You couldn't draw it up better, folks. Steelers and the Ravens. So that'll be a fun one. I believe Lamar is playing. Let me look it up so I'm not a total hack. I also don't have a producer. I don't have a moderator. This is a one-man fucking show. My co-host died, and I still get no fucking respect. So I'm going to keep going. I'm going to make you respect a king. A king! A king amongst a bunch of fucking fake work, high school bitch level drama losers. Anywho, let's see if Lamar Jackson is playing. Talk amongst yourselves. I don't fucking care. Yeah, Lamar Jackson can practice all week. He will be playing Sunday night. I tell you who won't be playing, and I know we talked about this last week or 2 weeks ago, DK Metcalf. What a fucking clown. I already covered this when I was horizontal in my bed of sickness, but what a fucking clown DK Metcalf is. I don't care. First of all, I saw the video. The guy was trolling him, but he didn't call him any names. He called him DeCallan, which is his government name, and DK didn't like that. Big baby. I mean, you're literally a multimillionaire on any given year, and you're going to care about what some loser cracker says. Get a life. These guys are babies, big fucking babies, and he got himself suspended for the biggest weeks of the year. Shame on him. Part of me... And I've always liked the Steelers. I've always liked both the Steelers and the Ravens, frankly. But I've always liked the Steelers as my second team back since the Jerome Bettis, Greg Lloyd, James Harrison days. So they've always kind of been a secondary team for me. But part of me wants them to lose just so DK can look even more like a clown on Sunday night. So that's the big one to circle, folks. Sunday night. Tomorrow is a little asterisk. We got Tampa and Carolina. Now, the thing here is Carolina wins and they're in. If Bucks win, they need a Falcons loss. If the Bucks win and the Falcons win, all of those teams are 8-9, and Carolina has the tiebreaker. So it takes a little bit of the steam out. Like I said, as fun and as much parity there's been this season, this last weekend isn't honestly the greatest. The best game is a Sunday night game. There's really only 3 games of the division. Everything else is seeding, which I'll get to in 1 second. So you get the Tampa, Carolina winning in. Tampa wins, need that Falcons loss on Sunday. And by the way, who are the Falcons playing? You guys know this is not a rhetorical question. Take a guess who the Falcons are playing. It's the Saints. Sorry, I thought it was the Jets. I'm an idiot. But it is the Saints who actually, that's going to be a tough game for the Falcons. If you haven't been paying attention, which why would you, to a New Orleans Saints team, who's really gone nowhere. Although they do have 6 wins. They have, if you haven't been paying attention, they have a quarterback, their future quarterback, there in New Orleans. And they love their quarterback. What's his name? Scrimp or Shrimp or Suckett or again, if I had a producer in my ear, I would have known this, but Vinny Cash nobody ever sends me enough money. I can't afford anything. It's very sad. Everyone should feel bad for me and send me a lot of money. The fuck is this guy's name? Jesus Christ, the internet sucks. Just give me the fucking lineup. I'm going to kill myself. Why is this happening? Why is this happening to me? Why is this happening to me? Why is it team? Yes, team. What? Oh my God. I'm going to lose my shit. I don't mind. Spencer Rattler, Tyler Show. I don't fucking know. Who gives a fuck? It's New Orleans. Anywho, the New Orleans likes their quarterback. That's the moral of the story. So my point is that's not a rollover game. New Orleans would love to beat the Falcons. Anywho, so that's a Tampa, Carolina. Definitely not a sexy because if Tampa wins, there's not immediate gratification. They'll have to wait till Sunday. And the Jags win their division with a win. And again, Jim Stancil-Stradamus, way before all these other bandwagon, I've been telling you for much longer, more than half the season, you're going to have to watch out for the Jags this year. I told you last year with the injury, Lawrence would be back. And boy is he. And I said it, Jim Stancil-Stradamus. No reason to watch any other show or ESPN. Again, I'm trying to help you people. Just watch SportsMass for an hour to an hour and a half each week. It's all you need. You don't need to listen to any of these clowns all week yammer on. By the way, all the college games, even the playoff games weren't great. Listen, the Georgia, what was it? The game last night. Georgia Ole Miss. That was a very fun game until the end of the game was an absolute disaster for the NCAA. I mean, it just finished the game, refs. If you watch the game, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to waste time. But really, other than that, these games are very lackluster. I wonder again who tells you every week how much college football sucks. Even the playoffs stink. So at least you got one game last night with Georgia Ole Miss. Whoever the fuck it was. I watched it. Yeah, it was Georgia Ole Miss, right? All the other games are very much lackluster. Shout out to Miami, I guess, for beating that. It was kind of nice. And I hate to say it because Miami is pure trash and Abella Danger is a whore and trying to act like she didn't suck cocks on camera for the last 20 years. I mean, good for her and people like Mia Khalifa trying to reinvent themselves, but also just own your past, you fucking whores. You did it. Own it. Don't say and I know they always half own it. Like, I'm not ashamed of that, but now I'm doing no. Say you're a whore and now you're doing this. Don't act like you're not ashamed of it, but then quickly try to move on. You're known for sucking dicks on the internet. I got news for you guys. Nobody would care about you if you didn't bounce on big cocks. Do these porn stars know that? Again, am I the only truth teller in the world? None of these other people, these interviewers tell to these people. Hey, Abella Danger. Hey, Mia Khalifa. Hey, Asa Akira. You're only people only listen to you because you bounced on big cocks for a living for over a decade. Wake up. I'll say it. That's why they call me Jim Stancil-Stradamus, the last of the Mohicans of truth and podcasting. All these other losers, it's work. What did Scarlett say to me? What did Mead say to Moop? What did Mead say to Moop? about Scarlett and Chad. Faggots, you're all gay. Get it? What is it? Second, seventh grade? We're talking about sports and whores. Anywho, send a super chat, will you? Actually, send a Venmo. Hey, Vinny Cash, send me a computer, you fucking hack. Fuck you. Why don't you go down to Texas? I have no money. Fly me there. Fuck off. Fuck all of you. Sigma Alpha. This is what it looks like. I don't need it. I alienate everyone. I don't need anyone. All I need is my stance of lights. And I really need my haters as much as I need my lovers. That's the beauty of it. I feed off the hate. Most of these people crack and fail. Catastrophic failures in the I-beams when they receive the hate and the messages. And it makes me strong. Just like the Empire. I'm basically General Palpatine, let me tell you. Anywho. And then so we had the Steelers, Ravens. We covered it. Tampa, Carolina, and the Jags, and whoever the fuck they're playing. Who do the Jags play? I'll look it up, I guess. God damn it, you fucking people make me fucking do it. I don't want to do it. Jaguars schedule. Oh, they play the Titans. So, AKA, they play the Titans, AKA, they're going to win that division. Jags are a real team, and the Jags, I've been telling you, they have one of the best defenses in the league. Up there with the Bears, and they're going to be big trouble in the playoffs with Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence is the real deal, even though he looks like a cat. At least he doesn't have fetal alcohol syndrome. I'm sorry. And there isn't the Seahawks and 49ers. That's a great game. I believe that game is tomorrow, right? I believe that's the early game tomorrow. So what takes a little bit of the bloom off the rose for the Seahawks 49ers is that the loser is still in the playoffs. Yes, this is a tomorrow night game. Beautiful. I'll be able to catch the end of it. Seahawks 49ers. Winner takes the division there as well, but loser still makes the playoffs. So the real fun game is the Ravens Steelers. Winner takes all, loser goes home. That's what you love to see in the NFL in the last week of the season. Carolina, Tampa. Unfortunately, if Tampa wins, you get that asterisk, so that takes the sexiness out of it. And the other games are either for seeding or they're both in the playoffs. So, but in both conferences, the 4-5s, the 1, 2, 3 seeds in both conferences can still move this weekend. I'm not going to go into all the scenarios because who gives a fuck? It's kind of boring talking about seeding. But that is the secondary level stuff that you can pay attention to as we go this weekend. Too many ins and outs to talk to you about. So it's those 4 divisions up for grabs: AFC North, NFC West, AFC South, and NFC South. All will be decided this weekend. Other than that, you have the 1 through 3 seeds still not cemented in each league. The winner of Pittsburgh, Baltimore will be a 4 seed, and the winner of whoever gets in between Carolina and Tampa will be the 4 seed. Broncos win, and they get the 1 seed. And if you haven't been paying attention as well, the Broncos made a big deal about how getting the 1 seed is top of their list. So the Broncos are going to play hard this weekend and get a bye. I don't totally listen. The Broncos are a nice young team, very little pressure, but a bye week in Denver and then hosting a team who just played in Denver is a major advantage for them. So that 1 seed goes a lot farther from them, and they might go with a more established team. So something to keep an ear and eye and brain on, if you know what I mean, you fucking homos. And to the top of the tip of the tippy top, to the top of the tip of the top, 2, 3, to the top of the tip, to the tippy top, to the top of the tip of the That, of course, is Top of the Tip, a song I made up over a decade ago for toasting. And that's true. I made that up. Unbelievable. Oh, speaking of made it up, unbelievable. I was hanging out with a one Juggy yesterday. Many of you will love to know. That's right. Me and Juggy hanging like old times, many laughs in the real world. And he wishes everyone well. Juggy, fine and dandy, living in the real world, leaving his house. Unbelievable what's happening out here. To the top of the tip, to the tippy tippy da la 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 la. Let's see if any members said anything. Because of the lackluster super chats, I'm not going to read any other poor people chats. Da, 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 da. I don't know what bonus loads is. No fan. There he is, Big Jesse. Oh, yeah, I'm blue collar as hell, baby. I'm so blue collar I can barely afford to live where I live. That's a fact. Fairfield County. But I leave my house. I work. I'm working tonight. I'm working tomorrow. And Sunday, Daddy will be slouched back with a blunt and screaming if anyone gets in my way. I can attach my mittens to my sleeves. Oh, Jesse James super chatted, so I'll read this. Deport MLC ball washers. Yes. What did Mean say to Scarlett about Chad, about Moosh, about me? Did Cosmic say to Felicia? What did Felicia say to Cosmic about Chad and Scarlett? You fucking loser! I don't watch. I'll be honest. And maybe you won't like me for this, but I don't care. Again, I'm the realest nigga out here. I only tell the truth. I literally don't watch any of these shows anymore. I only watch real, like Tuesdays with Stories, Real Ass Podcast, Legion of Skanks, Crystalias. But, I only listen to real shows. So I don't pay attention to any of this garbage. But I guess people message me like, I'll say this. Shame on Mead for going on these loser shows. We all talk about how much losers these people are. Then he goes on the shows. He doesn't even come on this show. So shame on him. I mean, whatever he wants to do, but just stop talking to these fucking losers. These people are all losers. Anywho, send a super chat. Kevin Green. Great call, Jesse James. Yes, Kevin Green, Greg Lloyd. I've talked about it in the past, but I still get workouts from James Harrison's Instagram. Highly recommend it. When I need new workout, just go through. Here we go. The ball is rolling. Kevin Gillies, 7811. Top 5 hated NFL fan bases in Jay Leno voice. I can do that. Listen, I'm gay for pay. If you SK750, the fuck is that? Iceland? ISK? I've been to Iceland, by the way. I've been to Reykjavik. Here's a fun fact, and then I'll try to do what you say because I'm a man of the people, and I'll do anything for money. I mean, if you watch this network, you'll remember when Ski Mask was around. Ski Mask kissed his brother for a super chat. I buried my balls in sand for a super chat. I drank my own urine for a super chat. I filled up a cup with my own urine and then dipped my balls in it for a super chat, and that's just off the top of my head. So even though I'm here by myself now, me and Ski Mask, our whole thing is we will do anything for the buck. That's kind of the bit. So I will definitely do that in a minute. What was I reminding myself of? I'm retarded. What was I ranting about? Kevin Green, James Harrison. I lost it. Poor people chat. Well, did anybody know what I was about to say? I don't know. Oh, well, who cares? Well, we all know number one, don't we, folks? If you watch the program, Iceland. That's what I was going to say. And I have no idea if that's what ISK even means, frankly. This could be racist. when I went to Reykjavik. I went to Reykjavik for a bachelor party, and we went on this ATV tour, you know, on whatever, flying around the fucking whatever the snow. Our tour leader was a girl who was on Naked and Afraid. She was a white girl with dreadlocks. I don't know if you could find her, but that's a true story. We looked her up after. She told us, and we looked her up after. It was like this white chick with like dreads, but she was our tour leader for our ATV tour outside of Reykjavik. Now, top 5 most hated. I know my number 1. I think I know my number 2. Can I do top? Well, yeah, the thing, it's hard to think of 5 teams and put them in order on top of my head. You know, it's a lot to do, But I love cars. I can name my top 5 cars because I love cars. I almost killed myself in a car just a couple months ago. You know what I mean? Remember, I got burned up in a car and then I fell down a flight of stairs. Hey, what's going on over here? Have you heard about this? Have you heard about? So if these were cars, I could put 200 of them in order. Let's see, NFL teams. Well, number 1 is obviously the Bills. Total pieces of shit. Sorry to Lady KB. I know she's from up there, but they're big fat slobs. Have you heard about this? They have these buffalo wings, and all these slobs do in Buffalo, upstate New York, is eat buffalo wings and throw each other through tables. They're total pieces of shit. You know what else the Bills fans did? They threw a girl with cancer down a flight of stairs last year. I get too Jewish if I do it too long. Number 2, the number 2 team, it's got to be the Philadelphia Eagles. The guy was eating a horse shit. They won a championship, and the guy started eating horse shit. What are we doing? Have you heard about this? Have you seen this? After that, I would have to go. Me personally, I go the New England Patriots. Smug pieces of shit have never had to deal with any kind of hardship in their whole lives. Fuck the Pats fans. So there you go. There's a top 3. I think you got your money's worth between that and the Naked and Afraid story of the girl in Iceland. So you see what you get for your money here on, you know, all you get on these other shows is, oh, thank you, Gustav. And you see that added to the show. That's what super chats are really for. Not fucking, I don't want to know your opinions. Make me do something. Or send your opinions, frankly. I don't care. Anywho, my point is, again, listen, now we're going totally off the rails. Super chats have ruined MLC. That's my only issue with super chats. Super chats are great. Get super chats on any other show. Super chats, MLC was a wonderful show, and super chats made it worse. A lot of other shows were pieces of shit, and super chats made them better. You understand? There's a nuance here. I tried to explain this a million times. MLC was a great show, and Super Chats and Stevie Lou made it terrible. All these other shows usually sucked, but they got a lot. Not you people. You people obviously have wonderful taste. You're watching this. But these other shows get these mongoloid, like people who like watching colors on a wall. I can be a part of something. I'm not retarded. I got no friend. I got friends. If I give this guy money, he my friend. This is a cult, obviously. This is the Stanselites, so this is a whole different thing. It's a whole nother bag of hamsters. Anywho, I think it's time we go around the league, folks, because, again, quality over quantity here at Ski Mask Media. Da-da-da. Can you see what you see? ABC. Oh, Daddy hit a couple bets this week. He also lost it all earlier this week. Thank you, Kevin Gillies. I'm logging into my DraftKings because, as always, I put my money where my mouth is, and I will bet on these picks. Speaking of picks, you know what time it is. Here we go. The picks for the last week of the 2025 season coming right up. Here we go. Week 18, 2025 season. Technically, the year will be 2026 when they play. Here we go. Here we fucking go. Starting tomorrow on Saturday, baby. And I'll put my money where my dick is. Here we go. We got the Panthers at the Bucks. Listen, the Panthers, beginning of the year, I told you, bottom 5 teams. They've turned it on. They proved me wrong. I'm a man of my word. The Bucks, I believe, more talented. Is Baker Mayfield healthy, and can he play the game? I have to believe the Bucks pull this game out. They are at home. They have the veteran quarterback. Bryce Young is in a big spot here. Listen, if Bryce Young plays a great game here, I will eat my words, but this is a lot of pressure for a young quarterback who this is his first year playing well. I'm taking Baker Mayfield and the Bucks. It's -3. I'm going to take the money line. If I have to, I'm still taking -3. We always pick with the spread here. So, yes, forget it. I'm taking the Bucks -3. Will they get in? I don't know. We'll have to wait for just a minute until I pick that game, and I'll give you the spoiler. Seahawks at the Niners. Winner takes the division, like I told you. They're in San Fran. San Fran favored at home. I mean, San Francisco, total opposite, and the Patriots, two teams that, make the Jets look even worse. The San Francisco was riddled with injuries, didn't have their reigning quarterback for more than half the year. Still figuring out ways to do it. That's what an actual good coach does. I mean, listen, I'll be honest. We talked in the preseason. I'll go all the way back to our preseason show. I liked Aaron Glenn. I grew up watching Aaron Glenn, hard-nosed player. I don't know. He might be the same as Robert Saleh. He doesn't seem like a head coach. He got Rodgers out, which was his first mistake. Why you would get a Hall of Fame quarterback out and keep Justin Fields, who obviously is not a number 1 quarterback in the NFL. Tyrod Taylor was much better. He was only healthy enough to play 1 full game. But this is what good coaching does. Niners at home, getting 2.5. Listen, I think Sam Darnold and the Seahawks have something special going there. I'm taking the Seahawks -2.5 on the road. Both those teams will be in the playoffs. A good chance they see each other again. The Colts at the Texans. Texans playing for seeding there. The Colts are getting 10 on the road, so that's a tough one. I'm taking the Texans -10. I think they have a party and they send themselves to the playoffs going out on high. Titans at the Jags. Jags win, and they are in. They will win this game. The question is, will they cover that -13.5? I have no doubt that the Jags will win this game. What you look for with these big lines, these 13.5, is a backdoor cover. This is a game where these lose teams like the Titans, who have been absolutely terrible all year, they at least have, this is one of their first games. And I'm not exaggerating. This is probably one of the first games of the year the Titans actually have something to play for, which is at least robbing the Jags of their division. What you worry about here is a backdoor cover. I would take the Titans plus, only because the 13.5. Jags have a couple touchdown lead. They sit their guys. They don't care if they win by 3 or 7, as long as it's in the last minute. Maybe the Titans get a couple points at the end of the game. So I'll take the Titans plus 13.5. I don't blame you if you take the Jags -13.5. The Titans do stink. I'm just betting on the parity of the NFL here, but Jags win either way. The Browns at the Bengals. Bengals -7.5 at home. These games are always tight. Are the Bengals going to play for something to show for the new year, or are they just trying to get off the field? That's basically what we're looking at here. Shedeur Sanders is playing, he still has something to prove. So the Browns, I think, will play hard. They just don't have the talent. The question here is, will the Bengals play hard and send their season off on a high note, or are they just done with this season and scrapping it? They're only minus the 7.5. Give me the Bengals minus the 7.5. I think they take care of business. Cowboys at the Giants. Kind of similar story here. I get the feeling Jackson Dart wants to prove a point the last game of the season. They're getting 3.5 at home. Give me the Giants plus the 3.5. I'm sure the Cowboys will be sitting a lot of people, keeping them healthy for next year. Give me the Giants to go out on a high note. Why not? Plus 3.5. Saints Falcons, the game that could decide the NFC South if the Bucs win. Whether it does or not, I'm taking the Saints here. I think the Saints have found something. Well, I told you, they believe they have their quarterback of the future. I think they found a little something the second half of this year. They're getting 3.5 on top of it, so if it's a close game, that spread will help you out. Give me the Saints plus the 3.5 to possibly, and I think, send the Bucs into the playoffs as the NFC South winner. Packers at the Vikings. Vikings minus 9.5 at home. I'm gonna tell you, Vikings favored at home. Packers must be sitting everybody. Give me the Packers minus 9.5 anyway. The Packers have to be sitting everyone. That's the only explanation there. I'm not even gonna look it up. That has to be the case. The Jets at the Bills. The Bills will wipe the floor with the Jets. It's only minus 7.5. Enough said. Bills at home against a divisional opponent to totally embarrass them to finish the year. I think the Bills may still be playing for seeding as well. Give me the Bill. I can't believe that the line isn't bigger. Give me the Bills minus 7.5. Dolphins and Pats. The Pats have that division all tied up, so nothing going on there. They'll be Pats are still minus 11.5. Because of that and the Dolphins playing pretty well, as I keep talking about, the second half of the year, they saved Soder's friend's job and are giving them some hope for the future. Give me the Dolphins plus the points. They may not win, but 11.5 is a nice chunk. Give me the Dolphins and the points. Chargers at Broncos. Broncos take that win, and they get the 1 seed in the AFC South. I just covered how important that is going to be for them. But they are minus 12.5 at home. Divisional opponent in the Chargers. Give me the Chargers, who are also in the playoffs, plus 12.5. Commanders, Eagles. Eagles have that division wrapped up. They're only minus 4.5. I love the Eagles there. The Commanders stink. Let's move on. Cardinals at the LA Rams. Rams also playing for seeding, minus 8.5. And as we all know, for one last time in 2025 season, who is the quarterback from the Arizona Cardinals? None other than Kyler Murray, who was born with fetal alcohol syndrome because his mother took to drinking drugs while he was in utero, and his eyes are located on far on the side of his head, and his brow hanging low over the eyes, a sure sign of fetal alcohol syndrome and low IQ. Give me the Rams minus 8.5 at home. Lions, Bears. Lions with a very sad end to their season after so much hope. Bears only minus 3. Bears have that division wrapped up. I still think the Bears win at home. Divisional opponent, they'll play hard. Bears minus 3 at home. Thanks. Chiefs, Raiders. Who would have thought? Who gives a fuck here? Obviously, Mahomes out. And by the way, Pete Carroll might be a one and done. Let me just talk on this for a minute. Pete Carroll, came in there. Here's the thing. If you're the Raiders, this is what you say. We didn't have anyone in mind. We didn't love anyone in the free agent market as far as head coach. We thought, let's bring Pete Carroll in here. Maybe you could make something special happen. Maybe you can catch lightning in a bottle with the young quarterback and running back, and it just didn't happen at all. Not only didn't happen, but Pete Carroll continued to bring his sons on the coaching staff, which was a total backfire. I think Pete Carroll is one and done. And I think this is going to cost him a couple years not getting in the Hall of Fame, if ever. And I don't say that lightly. I think Pete Carroll, before this, was a Hall of Famer, probably first ballot. I think this definitely takes him off first ballot, and maybe even a few more than that, if ever. This was a major setback. That can't be understated. What a setback this year was for Pete Carroll and the Raiders. Well, not the Raiders, but Pete Carroll specifically. You know, the only thing you're looking at, it's the Raiders are getting 5.5 at home. What we're looking for here is Jeanty to just go off. I have a feeling he will. I think the Chiefs are very disheartened. The Chiefs are obviously done with this year. They're going to be sitting everybody. Give me the Raiders plus the 5.5 at home with an eye towards Jeanty going absolutely off. And by the way, Pete Carroll, absolutely. I talked about it all during the year. If you watch a show, you can back me up, check the record books. Go to the Library of Congress and look at the record books of what I said this year. The Raiders totally mismanaged Jeanty this year. All the players, I forget who we played last week, but all the defensive players were saying how unbelievable he is. Week in and week out, if you watch the post game, the opponents always talk about the athleticism of Ashton Jeanty, and the Raiders totally mismanaged him this year. Look for him to, I think they're going to feed him the ball this week for the fuck of it, and he might have a 200-yard day. If you want a crazy parlay, go for Ashton Jeanty 150-plus rushing yards this week against a Chiefs team who was clocked out. And then, of course, to finish the week, Sunday night, winner go playoff, loser go home. Lamar Jackson will be playing. DK Metcalf won't because he's too low IQ. He had to attack a fan just for saying his name. Listen, a fun game. My heart, as I talked about earlier in the show, my heart wants the Steelers to win. They are at home. They are getting 3.5. For that reason, I'm going to take the Steelers plus the 3.5. The over-under is 41. You can all, but that is your lock of the week, that under. Bang that under. We're looking at a 16-10, 2017 type game here, always when these two teams face each other. I'm going to go out on a limb because why not? It's a sports show and it really means nothing in the end of time. I think the Ravens win. I think the Steelers cover with just a 3.5. I think this comes down to the wire. 17-15, 20-17, 16-13 even, something like that. But this is going to be a fun game. It's going to be cold in Three Rivers. It is freezing in the Northeast and just the general East until about Thursday. So it's going to be frigid in there. Give me the Steelers plus the Ravens win. Steelers cover with just the 3.5. And God damn it, let's see what it is. $1 wins. That can't be right. That can't be right. Where's my big parlay? What's going on? Did none of these? What's going on? Fuck is this? I don't want a 2-pick parlay. I want a fucking... Where's the 17? Holy hell. You know what? I'm about to start using fucking any... DraftKings fucking sucks. I'm sorry. I mean, where are my bets? I want the 17-leg parlay. I do this every week. Okay, I'll figure this out after. I'm really pissed off right now. Send me some betting money. Super chat me. I'm a real show. These people are all losers. I did it. Those are your picks for the last week of the season of 2018, 2025. Who cares what year it is? Let's check some chat. Turn the music off. Turn it off. Oh, so those are your picks. The last regular season week. We made it. We did it. Let me quickly give a check let me just check something. Let me check something because I always forget to check. Nope. I'll give a quick of the quickest look at the poor people chat. Da, 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 la, da, 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 la, la. Tommy Seven Names, where the hell were you? Where the hell are you? How come I haven't seen you? Let's plan a play date. La da da la da 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 la la. Wow, once again, finishing the show. I don't know what numbers you people see, but oh, you know what? The number I see is across all platforms: Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch. So great numbers by my standards. Thanks everyone for watching live. If you're a dumb sheep and care about numbers, you're gay. If you watch if you watch shows that talk about, let me tell you something. Finish the show with this. If you watch a show and it goes anything like this, what do you think about what Scarlett said to me? What did me say to Scarlett? What did Chad say to Felicia about Cosmic? Did Moody say to Mersh that poopy? You're a faggot! Count all the troops. Bring on the votes. I'm probably going to see you on the Patreon very, very soon with some good old soccer club dirt. I'll see you all in the depths of hell. Enjoy the football. You know what to do. Kick your wife down a flight of stairs. Send your children to foster care and send your parents to an old folks home, folks. We are in the best stretch of the NFL season for the next 3 weeks up until the NFC Championship game. Then it turns to shit. But buckle the fuck up, and we'll see you next week on the best sports podcast on the fucking planet.